Good afternoon everybody, or good morning wherever it is where you are. This is my first day on this house. This is the one where the owner painted it themselves. I'll just show you what I've got done. Basically there was a door that was damaged. I've glued it all up and I'll let that dry overnight. I haven't done anything out in the carport. I've basically taken all the door handles off. Put a few drop sheets down, gone around and filled a few of the bigger holes. So I haven't really done much here. I've taken all the lights out, so that's them there. So I've unplugged all them. There's a few of them, so it makes it a lot easier. Now my first job will be to put a low sheen on the wet area ceilings. So I'll class this as a wet area ceiling, so I'm just getting this ready. Now, I used sticky tape to paint this last time, so it was all sticky, so where it's peeled and everything, and all the way along I've actually run some oil-based undercoat around it just to stop that stickiness and to hold back anywhere that might be peeling. So I've done that. So I've taken all the door handles off, just done a little bit of rough covering really, nothing too dramatic. So the wet areas, I'll be doing this ceiling here in a low sheen. I'll probably do the toilet, so that's why I've got the toilet ready. A few drop sheets down. Similar here, wet area ceiling, I'm going to be doing that as well. Once again, just peeling around the tops there. I've plastered a couple of screw holes that have popped on the ceiling. I have taped up some plastic around in the shower, so when I start spraying I'll just move it around a bit so everything will be covered without going too dramatically. Same thing here, all the lights off, all the smoke detectors off, a couple of patches, door handles. Out here I've got, I had a security system there that I've put away, and I've poked all the holes back there, I've poked all the screws, all the leads back in. I fixed a hole here. I've gone around taken all the light fittings off. Now there was a big piece missing up here, or a big dent, so I ripped that out and I've plastered. That's a second coat. So it's had a base coat, and now that's a top coat. Might have one more, we'll see how it goes. Same thing. Been around all the tops of the corners where it was actually sticky. Now they must have left that bloody tape on for months and months and months. What do you do? A couple little holes are behind the door handles, stuff like that. This one here is the same. I haven't done anything. I've taken all the PowerPoint covers and light covers and everything off. Fan covers and stuff. I've primed that bit of bare timber that was there. Once again, filled a few holes, gone around the corners. It was very sticky, so I wasn't sure whether the ceiling paint was going to sissy on it or what it was doing. There was a section of cornice there that was damaged. I've plastered that, picked it back and plastered it, and it seems to be okay. Now they didn't leave that sticky tape on everywhere, only in some areas. So you can see there, I've gone around, run my hand around it, and where it's sticky, I've oil-based undercoated it. So in here, this is the walk-in robe, just covered up. That's the broadband NBN. I've actually taken some wires out of there so that we can reach it easier. Now I might do this ceiling as part of a wet area ceiling as well. But last time the walls and ceilings were done the same colour, so it's possible that we'll do the same thing again. Oops, nearly fell over. Another big dent there that was there. Went around, obviously anywhere it was peeling, pulled that off, taped up around the shower thing. I'll drop that plastic down when I'm ready to spray these ceilings. Just done a little bit of plastic here, done a couple there. So just a little bit. I haven't gone overboard like I said, but I'm mainly concerned about the wet area ceilings. I'll get them down, then I'll move on to the other ceilings like these ones here. Yeah, so then I'll tape up the fan, air cons, stuff like that. Decide on whether I'm going to do this room here one coat, one colour throughout. But that's about it. That's about all I've done today. And when I say that's about all I've done, it's a fair bit really. But you know, I've been away from painting for so long that you sort of forget what you're doing. You lose a bit of confidence in what you're doing, and it'll come back for sure. But that's the oil-based undercoat I use. So that's the Dulux Primer undercoat. It's a quick dry. We have base coat. That's a 45-minute base coat in there, and then we use the Easy Flow. So that's actually it's an all-purpose, but it's really very easy to sand. So that's what I just used to do a little bit there with. Yeah, that's it. Anyhow, my first day. It's only about 2 o'clock, so I've only done about 5 or 6 hours, so not too bad. Don't want to overdo it. Tomorrow I'll get those ceilings done. I've got some paint there. I'm pretty sure I've got some paint there. Then I'll do some ceilings, some flat ceilings. Not sure, maybe 2 or 3, because I haven't ordered the actual paint for the job yet. Then I'll know how much I need to order, because there's about 3 drums of ceiling flat needed here. I have 1 ceiling flat, and I have some wet area low sheen ceiling paint. And then I'll have to buy some oil-based undercoat. All this is gloss enamel. I've done a test on it, and it's gloss enamel. So a lot of you guys would just go and spray your water-based gloss over the top of that, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put an oil-based undercoat over that. I know it's an overkill. Actually, it's not an overkill. That's how it should be done. So I'll just get all these frames and everything ready, tape up around them, and I'll pull out that the Dulux One Step, and I'll do a quick spray around all the door frames, the doors, the window frames, anything like that, and then they'll be ready for the other gloss. Probably get all this ceiling done here before I get to the gloss work, as there's a lot of work in here. I'm by myself, so there's no hurry. I'll say I'm going to be here a week, just doing the ceilings, even, to be honest with you. Maybe 3 or 4 days just in the ceilings alone, because we've got a lot of taping up to do, a lot of covering up to do, and then probably a week on the gloss work. So that'll be next week. Tape up all the windows, undercoat them, and got to take all these blinds off, so they'll take a lot of work to do. And then I've got to mark all them where they go. So while you're by yourself, it's not going to be easy, and I've got to figure out how to pull them down. That's going to be the hardest part. And then I've got to figure out how to put them back up again when I finish. So, okay, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on another update on this house. Okay, bye-bye.